Now, I'll come back to today's session. Today is Module 4. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do in Module 4, quickly, the usual stuff. What's the course content? Today, the course content focused on what we're going to do today will be more on how to write NC. Okay, now I'm going to use this program together. So basically, you're going to have audit finding. You're going to write. You're going to raise the finding, and then we are going to discuss the NC immediately after this. Once you finish, you present the findings together with NCs. Okay, and then the last page. This is where I'm trying to get you guys to issue a final report. So let's assume you have one NC, two NCs, one AFI, one NC. Example, you raise the point on the last page of the PowerPoint, and then basically that is your PowerPoint. Now remember, I'm the auditee, so you're going to raise because this is BCM, I'm the auditee, so I'm going to receive your audit report, and I'm going to receive, and you'll see how I'm going to receive it. Okay, the fun part is the auditee, whether it's a nice one or a bad one. Okay, so this is how I'm going to do it. And then what happens is we will discuss how to present audit. What are the challenges you're facing when you're doing audit? Okay, so that's the challenge you have. Then the last part is how do you close your meeting? Okay, so once you close the meeting, next week, Rose Lam will be back. She's going to review all. She's going to go through corrective action and how to do audit follow-up. Remember, when I raise an NC and you stop in the audit there, you walk out. I'm going to walk out already. Then after that, I'm going to come back again, say in 3 weeks' time, or maybe 3 months' time, to follow up with your corrective action to see that all your audit are properly followed up. So that will be the next session. All right, so this is what we're going to cover as far as the content for the course is concerned. Okay, same thing, you have the schedule here. All of you have the handbook for today, today and next Monday. And both of you are actually heading for BCCLA. As long as you have 1 year of BCM experience, which both of you have already, you can apply for BCCLA after this course. Okay, so that will any detail you can read it more in this section. Okay, the only last thing before I'm going to leave you guys to start your work will be this. I think we've gone through this in the last session regarding your BCCA exam preparation. So this is the part that you should be getting your exam user ID and password after this class. Okay, so what you need to do is go into the exam. The exam is actually a 100 question exam, BCCLA exam. It's 100 question exam. Reason is because it's supposed to be 150. The 50 has already been done in your e-learning, remember, where you have achieved your BCCP. So the other 100 question will come in now, which is the exam that you'll be doing. We'll be issuing you a user ID and password. This user ID password will be the same user ID password that you'll be using for the exam. So for this user ID password, if I'm not wrong, you have 20 or 30 sample questions. Okay, so the idea of this portal being open to you is for this purpose. The most important thing is how to maneuver in the portal, and then make sure your user ID is correct, your password is correct, because on the actual day you'll be using the same user ID and password, so you cannot have problem accessing anymore. Then the next thing is when you go in, don't be surprised. Wow, 100 questions, each question has 4 answers, A, B, C, D. The next question is how to answer, how to get the right answer. So you click, and all these things. But the most important thing is that please check your junk box. If you have not received your before the start of next class, you have not received, please start to yell and check your junk box before you yell. Then we'll get back to you. Okay, the most important thing in this exercise is this: do not attempt this exam more than once, because the idea is not model answer. The idea is to get you used to the technology. One comment I have is at the bottom, right-hand bottom of this exam, right-hand bottom portion, there's one called save, and there's one called save and submit. Okay, I need to warn you, save and submit means end of exam. So if you finish 30 questions, you save and submit, you just fail your exam because you need 75% passing mark. So only when you're ready, finalized, then the lower right-hand button will be to close the exam and 2.5 hours and off you go. Okay, the left-hand button is called save. Now, what's save? Save is like Peng Peng, you are having a problem with your notebook, right? Let's say hypothetically on question number 45, your system crashed. Your system crash. But remember, when you finish first 15 questions, 30 questions, you press the left-hand button, save. Then you next 15 question number 30, you save again, right? Then you continue until question 40. Then your touch wood, if any one of your system crash, what happened is that when you reboot your system, go in user ID and password, and you will go back to question 30. Why? Because you save at question 30. Remember? So you have lost question 31 to 40 because question 31, 40 you did not save. So the lower left-hand button is the save button. So you don't have to save every question. Don't do that. It's very disturbing. But what happens is when you finish logically one page, you save. Finish one page, you save. But if your system, for whatever reason, crash, I repeat, you just reboot your system, sign again, you will start at question number 30. Clear? Anyone has any question? This is a very important instruction that I need to give you. Because if you crash and you didn't save anything, you start from zero, you are really, really going to be you have no more to continue exam. So this is called RPO, recovery point objective. The last, as last way, we save the system will recover to the last point that you have saved. And that's exactly what the left-hand button, lower button is all about. Do not press the lower right-hand button called submit. Means you end the exam. If you are very, very sure that you're going to finish the exam, so press the right-hand button, you're done. Okay, so that's basically a very important instruction to you. Next is that focus on terminology. Example, there's a BOK 1 to BOK 7. So all of you are doing BOK 1 to 7 because you are the highest level of our expert level of a BCM Institute certification program. Last but not least, you'll be doing all your exam at home. Where you are. Okay, so it's going to be e-proctor. Remember, it's going to be a Zoom. The proctor is going to come in Zoom, and basically you will only turn on the exam. Okay, this is a professional exam, so I'm not going to question integrity or anything, but just do it. It's not that difficult. Okay, most of you, if 100 questions, you finish about in less than 2 hours, and you would spend the next half an hour changing all the right answer to wrong answer. Trust me. That's what you'll be doing. Okay, so unless you're not very sure, then you change it. If you're if in BCM Institute, our job is not to trick you. Which of the following is not? And you see the word "not" in capital letter, just in case you can't see. Okay, that's to show how much we want. We do not want to trick you. Which of the following is not? Okay, so you see all these questions, and remember, we are not testing heavy experience. Because experience is not fair. All of us have different experience. We got it right anyway. But in the exam, there's only one right answer, which is mine, and it is following what we have taught you, what the instructor taught you, and we don't give hints because whatever we are teaching in the class. That's why you notice I want your assignment to be done, because there will be questions coming out from the assignment. If not, then it's not fair to you guys. Okay, so in terms of exam, that will be the exam. There are like how to see listening for exam, how to access the trial, which is the user ID and password given to you, how you do preparatory reading, how you get ready for the terminology, and what is CL1B, which is you just completed. There will be some question transferred over to this 100 question exam. Then with CL2A and audit 2A, audit 3A. All right, getting ready for online exam, FAQ for exam policy. All the questions that you want to ask on the exam is here, but I'm just telling you some of the trick of the trade. Remember, lower left hand button save, lower right hand button submit and end the exam. Okay, now one final question. I am going to tell you something that you won't believe. So far in the last 8 years, 8 to 9 years, we have only one failure. Okay, so if you are doing my BCCE, which Peng Peng is doing, I need to warn you, it is about 15 to 20% casualty. Okay, that is the toughest on being BCM student, and that's 150 question exam, by the way. But more importantly is you should not fail. But however, if you fail, like all our expert level exam, what remember is this: once you finish, you say we regret to inform you that we regret to inform you means you fail. Okay, when you see the word congratulations means you pass. Okay, instantly you'll get the result. So that's why pressing the lower right hand button is quite fun, because in real life I always like stand behind and wait for you to press the button, and everybody will just be waiting and then go change all the right answer to the wrong answer again. Okay, so very important. If for whatever reason you did not get the exam right, normally you fail by 4 or 5 questions only. Normally, I need to highlight to you, what you need to do is take a good rest and then just recall, which are the 10 questions that I have doubt on myself. Some, they may be right, doesn't matter. Just remember, okay, I don't know this, I don't know that. Go and find the right answer. And come back for round 2, you will pass. Okay, again, in the whole BCM Institute exam, I think we only have 3 or 4 failure 3 times. Reason is because out the 2 or 3 reason is because they think they actually BCM professional 20 experience, and they find that they don't need to study. So I can't help you. I can't help you. You don't study, because there's only one right answer we should find, not your experience. The other one or two that fail is because of language. So I mean, to be fair, English is not their first language, so they fail. So nothing you and I can do. So even in China, at one time we actually translate. If you see my BCM PDF, there's actually Bahasa, and there's actually Putonghua, by the way. So I actually converted the Chinese to a Chinese exam. The Bahasa I gave up. I have no capability to change a question and translate every time. So we stick on to Malay. And most of our Indonesian counterparts are the ones who have some problem with English. They are very senior guys, so I don't have a problem. In Malaysia, most of them speak Malay, so I'm no problem. So the Thais are my problem, and the Indonesians, the junior ones, are my problem. Okay, English. So even the Bruneians are 1 or 2 will give you problem. So in a nutshell, what I'm trying to say is, for exam, this is what I want you guys to do. Okay, any question on the exam? Okay, today briefing is very important, exam, and what we're going to cover today. Okay, so what I want to do now is on my watch is let's call it 2:30. Yeah, it's 2:26 by on my watch. I'm going to give you maximum 40 minutes, including a break. Okay, including a break for up to you. We will come back here at 3:10. Okay, I'll be on. You come back here on 3:10. At 3:10, two of you will be presenting your audit report. Now, for the sake of time, you will also we will then move into the lesson of NCs. Okay, then once we finish, I do a reverse engineer. We will come to the theory. Then we'll commence today's session. All right. So I'm sorry, we need this report before we can continue this class. If we don't, we cannot continue. Okay. Anyone has any question?
So I can just pick one area, right? One.
Yeah. You just take. Give me 2 points. The important thing is not about right or wrong. Just raise the point.
Okay.
Just raise the point in your view.
Okay.
I will not be nasty on you picking on the wrong thing. All I want to do is you raise the point, you write the report, and then I can teach you the theory in practice. If you don't have a blank sheet, I cannot. You won't experience what I'm trying to explain and trying to teach you. All right, Peng Peng, any question? You still don't have your mic ready? Okay, so let's. I'll get back here at 3:10, and then we'll continue the session.
Okay.
All right. So I'll talk to you later. Okay, just continue, download and continue. Anything, just send me a note.
Sure. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.